Make a U-turn. In 1,000 feet, slide left, take the next left, sharp left, turn right on, continue on, in a quarter mile, at the light, in 600 feet, turn right on.
You have reached your destination.
Yup. So today's heater box day. I might as well do this. I've got the wipers in, so I might as well do this here. So I've read that, and I've experienced that the native MGA motor is just pathetic. The MGB motor is faster, but you'll need the MGA cage, I think, so I can do that. However, you can see that it doesn't fit. Therefore, I'll need to take this off, put it on there. I think all I'm going to try is to zorch out these rivets, port it over there, put the cage back on there, and call it a day. I also have something interesting that I've got to overcome. I've known this for a while, but nice big hole. All of this should go in all of that. Got some things in the way, so let me pause. Okay, so again, out of the way. Those go there. You can see that all of the screws and so forth are lining up nicely. What in the H-E-double tail is this? When I first saw this, I thought maybe, okay, I just don't have the cover plate on. But you can see now, I see now, for whatever reason, it's been trimmed back. I don't know why. So what I'm going to have to do is create an adapter plate. I've got oodles and oodles of metal to do that with, so who cares? But I'm just kind of surprised. I don't know why I didn't notice this until earlier. And you can see it would have gone to about right here, but it was cut back. So this metal here is cut and then rolled under, and then from about this point to this point is where I'm missing metal. And you can see that it's been badly, it's been inexactly cut. Again, I don't know why, but who really cares, right? Again, I'm going to make an adapter plate and rig up something that that can sit on, and I'm going to have heat. So that's what's important, I guess. In the meantime, I need to repaint this. I've got some imperfections in the paint there, a lot of them. I'll just sand that down and redo it. And without any further ado, I'll remove some rivets and put the adapter on there. Okay, that wasn't too tough. As you can see, the shafts are the same thing, but they're not squared off. There's nothing to attach the cage to. So the cage has got this, and I've got something similar on a Dremel, where once that is cinched down via this, it tightens itself to the shaft. Okay, so I've got Jesus, where'd it go? Darn it. Oh, right there. Here's how this will go. Basically. And I'm just going to rivet them back together and call that a day. And then I'll put the cage on. Okay, here's something to consider. There's no bearing set, no race, nothing between the squirrel cage and the body of the actual motor, specifically on this one, that point right there. So you can see that it rubbed a little bit at one point. Maybe it was foiled. So I've come up with a spacer, which is this. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to cinch down that sucker and then pull this out so there's just that much of a gap between the squirrel cage and the body of the motor. So it spins quietly. And there she blows. No pun intended. Spin it from the other side, you can see it better. See? Gap. So, nice and quiet spinning. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Well, today's not heater blower motor day. Today is, I just got my stuff from Speedhut day. I ordered a bunch of stuff. Here's their kit of things. But I ordered a bunch of stuff that is going to fit throughout the different holes in my my wooden dash, and here it is. So I see 4 things. I'm missing one maybe. Okay, there's my RPM indicator. Let's take that out and get a gander. Nicely packed. Okay, chrome outer bezel, that's nice. And more or less the same red and so forth indicator as that. Let's see. This push button is part of the calibration. This yellow wire goes to the coil, and this gets put into a larger, I wouldn't call it a bus, but it all gets hooked together with the other gauges. And with this, and I know this because I did this with my Roadster as well, with that comes instructions. Let's put this back. And let's see. This is my 3-in-1. And again, all the wiring and so forth that you need comes with it. Let's put that down gently. Okay, so with all of this, I'm not going to open the bag, but again, a connector. There we go. A connector for specific application, and then all kinds of wiring that hooks it all together. To include the sending unit for the temperature, the sending unit for the gas gauge, so not the sending unit, the connectors, and God dang it, where's my head right now? The GPS antenna. There we go. So here's what I've got. It doesn't look like something that came out of an MGA, but that's okay. So speedometer, water temperature, fuel. The fuel filter, I think fuel gauge, there we go, is calibrated to any number of things, and the instructions are of course all in here. I had to do that when I put my my gauges in the Roadster. Anywhere from was it 14 ohms, I think, or I could do something like here's empty, calibrated, here's full, calibrated, and you know, different types of setups. So this stuff is tailor-made for what's in the MGs, and it's, you know, pretty easy to calibrate once it's in, right? Let's put that back gently. And again, everything that you order from Speedhut comes as a package, unless you order just a cable or just a, I don't know if you'd ever do that, but okay. So the next one is oil and volts, and again, connectors and so forth that you need to do it all. It comes with a sending unit. There's a sending unit, right? And then it gets plugged in to the entire bus, which then goes to the gauges, which is here. I can't see it too well. Anyway, so volts on the bottom, oil pressure up top, oil sweeps clockwise and reads up to 100 psi, and volts, of course, sweeps from counterclockwise in the same direction as, well, there you go, but up to 18 volts. I hope I never had that on my alternator, but so that's that. That's one of the gauges. I am likely going to have to hog out my wood dash a little bit to fit these things. That's okay, I guess. I shouldn't complain, right? Just saying, a bitching sailor is a happy sailor. I must be fucking ecstatic. Yeah. And then lastly, the clock. I won't take this out, but, you know, plug it in and call. Actually, I will take it out. I don't think this is a GPS signal clock. I think it's just electromechanical. Yeah. Maybe. Actually, I would think that to fast forward the time on this, I need to press and hold the button. I didn't buy a clock last time. Or I did, but I didn't install it. There you go. So, I don't believe... Yeah, look. 3 wires and no GPS signal input. I don't think this goes to the GPS. Like I say, it's just electromechanical, and that's that. So, here's the big reveal for Speedhut gauges. I think I ordered them so that they light up at night in blue, I think. So all of this was, all 4 of these little packages here were $1,200 and some odd dollars. And I think it's money well spent. The ones I put into my Roadster, I think were very... I bought this years ago, like literally 7 or so, when I was looking at right-hand driving my Roadster, and I couldn't get the parts I needed out of England fast enough, so I said, hell with it. And I left this on the phone. I think I got this... I want to say I got this from Celia, and I think I got her last one. The gentleman that did these for her has, I think, since passed on. But you can see that this is a nice quality piece. Walnut. And it comes with, I guess, some mounts. But here's the back of it, right? Everything has been countersunk like it should be, with the knockouts for bulbs if you use that stuff, and so forth. Here's the front of it. And again, right-hand drive. Very nicely put together piece. I figure, I suspect that I'll be needing to hog out these a little bit to fit my my new gauges. And of course, I've got stuff. Got the new. I don't have all the stuff yet, but you know, here's where the actually, I think here is where the ignition switch goes. I have that on order, and so forth. Oh, that's right. I do not have the blank off plate. And what I'd like to do is cut all that out and make a glove box out of it. But with this already out, I may just come up with something so it's on hinges, comes down, goes back up. I don't know. I don't think it's in this. No, it's not. Anyway, so there's dash. You just saw the gauges, and that's my my input. I think what I'm going to do today is finish off my blower motor. I'll pause a sec. So at one point we saw that I changed out the MGA motor for the MGB motor, and having done some further damn research, I found out that I didn't do any upgrade at all. A motor's a motor, right? Same high speed or whatever I think it is. The MGBs have a better or different squirrel cage, the actual fan unit. So I've got that coming, and when it shows up, I'm going to just swap all that stuff out, right? I have had a chance to test the old one, and it runs with a squeal. And typically when you stop with a motor, it'll wind itself down. This one would stop almost immediately, so it's got bad brushes or something. I guess I'll stick it in the get to it later pile or sell it for $1 or whatever. So there she blows, waiting on the squirrel cage for that puppy. Yeah, don't need that either. And most certainly don't need the old MGA wiper motor. So in the meantime, I've got gasket material, waiting on that part. I've got gasket material, and I might as well take off the heater control valve and gussy up that, not filter, but gasket, there we go, so it's thicker, because the thing leaks. So, yeah, great day for me, right? And then I'm fighting with the coolant guys, the radiator guys I bought that thing from, and I'm getting really, really frustrated. So I'm going to buy $150 worth of an aluminum radiator off of fucking eBay and use that instead of the Wizard cooling one that I never should have bought in the first place. So that's it for now. I might as well get to going on that little puppy right there. Okay, here is the actual gasket that comes off the heater control valve. This was a 2-second removal, and it is waterlogged and made out of cardboard, it looks like. Paper gasket. Here's the side that was facing the heater control gasket, or the heater control valve itself. And it wasn't dorked up like it is here. I had to take it off with a razor blade, but I'm just surprised at how waterlogged this entire thing is. The stuff I'm using, this stuff here, is this. And that. Resistant to oil, gasoline, water for use on transmission side covers, etc. So I'm not going to have to worry about it getting oil-logged or whatever, water-logged or whatever. I use this same stuff on my Roadster's valve, now that I think of it. I've also built Fiat gaskets for carburetors out of this stuff, for a Saab I had when I was a kid. And in this case, all I'm going to do is, I'm going to make 2 of these. I'm going to sandwich them together with some RTV or gasket maker or whatever that stuff is. Yeah, Permatex, this is the stuff. Anyway, I'm going to use that to sandwich a couple of these things together. And have a decent enough thick gasket that if it still leaks, I can cinch it down and not squish all the guts out of it like I did with this one. So, there we go. Without further ado, I'm going to trace it out using a pen. And I'm going to cut it out with some scissors and make holes with razor blades and everything else, and I'll be done. Easy. Okay, that's in. I tripled it up and did a nice job, I think. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep. And oh, by the way, remember the hole there that's too big? Now here's my piece. And I'm going to start squaring it up, obviously, and it'll more or less be kind of a center portion that I cut out as the, what do you call it, cover plate? Adapter? I don't know. There. Obviously the box isn't put together yet, but that's how it's going to look. And I've got, the opening of the hole that I showed you is just about right here, so there's just a little bit of overhang. So, the other side, I did a pretty good job there. I may trim that down, but I'm not going to. What I am going to do, however, is drill the holes as you see, and de-rustify this, make it nice and smooth on both sides, and then paint it black to go with this. And then no one's going to understand or know that there's an adapter plate there, for lack of a better term, so I'll do that next. Okay, there it is. So all I need to do is mount this. I've got 3 holes to drill. That'll be easy and quick. That's what it covers up. So I've polished this up. Obviously, I've taken all the rust off. I've rounded off the corners. I will paint this tonight. and let it sit, and then do the other side and let that sit. In the meantime, like I say, I have holes to drill. Those three. These three here, that one, and that one, are captive nuts. I drilled through those because I know one of them is stripped out, the other one is gummed up. I could have taken it apart, I suppose, and thread chased it, but I just am lazy. I just hit it up right there. Yeah, and then so I'll pause and show you something. This here is the windshield washer bottle. That, I fear, is as nice as it's going to get. I have taken, what do you call it, dish soap plus a slight scrub brush plus even some acetone. But as you know, or maybe you don't know, over time, this stuff will yellow. I might take a buffer to it and see if some of this will buff out, make it look nicer. But it's all good. It holds water. The check valve in here works, so it's likely to go right here. Oops, right here in this open space. So the heater box will overlap to about right here. Well, I guess I could show you. Hold on. Again. Yeah, so there we go. It's temporarily mounted, obviously, but obviously this area there is bad to put a windshield washer bottle. It'll have that cover on it, but still, I don't want water over there. So I may just mount it right here in front of the, what do you call it? I wonder about something though. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the best place to put it. I guess I could have put the fuse block. Perhaps, maybe I could move that. It wouldn't be that hard. Make the fuse block go this way. No. It's good where it is. So, bottle probably right here. Alright. And I gotta put the owner's plate there, the VIN plate. Do that today too, I suppose. I guess we'll find out here in a little while. Huh. There that is. I'm using, as I often have, this stuff. I got a bunch of it left over. Chassis enamel, chassis paint, and this stuff is freaking diamond tough. So I'll let it sit overnight. Obviously, I may do a layer on the back. I may not, because what I'm going to do. See if you can see up in there too well. It's the blue stuff. All right, that's the Mylar faced, or no, I'm not the Mylar faced. It's the Hush Mat. That Amazon put its logo all over, same stuff. So I'm gonna put that on the back of this because I do want some semblance of, what do you call it, sound deadening on that one area. This is the native MGA squirrel cage fan for the heater blower motor, and you can see that the tines, the blades or whatever you'd call these things on the inside, are half an inch, maybe, if that. I don't know. And here is the MGB one, so you can see that the tines are actually much longer, and thus they will move more air. Okay, in terms of height, they're the same. In terms of circumference, they look like they're the same. In fact, I haven't even tried that. Let's see. Yeah, circumference, they're the same. So that will fit nicely and easily into the heater motor blower box back there. What else did I have to show you? Oh yeah. Hold on. So I've trimmed it just a skosh before the edge of the metal, so that when this is squished down, you'll never know it. So without further ado, I will I'll put it on. I've got a bag of what do you call it? I got a bag of fasteners and so forth that I bought today that are perfect for the size, the size and etc. So there we go. Well, that's done. A little bit dusty, but not bad, not bad, not bad. I've even got brand new labels, a little bit of a dusting, and I'll be good. I've tested the heater exchange core, whatever exchange, and it's holding pressure at least. And I was thinking to myself, in terms of the seal under here, I was actually going to use maybe some of these things again, but perhaps not, because I have leftover cork from the body mating stuff. I ordered an extra one and didn't need it, so I may just do that, trim it down, and have some waterproofness there as well. In fact, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to wrap this all up in plastic and stick it in a cupboard so I don't damage it while I do the rest of the work to the rest of the car. That's how it looks. Not bad, not bad. My main relay had to get moved a little bit. I may have to put that up a little bit higher or move it somewhere else. I don't know where I'd move it though. In the meantime, I am going to, like I said, remove this, wrap it up in plastic, stick it in a cupboard somewhere, and continue to do the wiring. I don't know what I'm going to do next, honestly. I've ordered an interior kit from Paul Skinner, who is not answering me, and I'm more than 2 months late. So, might as well do the dash. I mean, shit, why not? Everything else I can do, except fenders and that kind of stuff, I'm almost done, so... yeah, I guess I'll post this and do a couple of other sundry minor things I gotta get done. Wait for my interior kit.
Wow.